益生菌，
艺术发生，好菌滋生。
艺术发生，好菌滋生。大家好，欢迎收听桃美馆益生菌，我是主持人小桃。益生菌是桃园市立美术馆的声音平台，每一集邀请来宾畅谈艺术和美术馆的相关议题，透过声音汇聚各方的能量，希望培育一个有机而多元的艺术生态哦。想到这个美术，可能很容易第一个就是想到色彩哦。色彩呢是艺术创作跟艺术鉴赏一个非常重要的面向。那艺术品当中的色彩还有美术创作当时可能会用了很多的颜料其实呢都是我们接触视觉艺术的时候非常重要的一个观察点，或者说媒材哦。我们今天要跟大家介绍的呢是光合作用，而这个盒呢是盒子的盒它是以光来做线索，让我们呢可以感受到环境当中随机变化的光线跟色彩那看光学这个科学领域里面的学问跟我们的艺术怎么样来做交互的作用，而且更重要的事情是呢，它不但有艺术不但有光学这样的一个算是物理学的东西它还有非常丰富的生物，你可以在里面看到很多的生态，所以它是一个非常跨域的一个教学的计划那说教学计划呢，你可能会觉得是不是有一点点的严肃呢？其实并不会因为呢它非常的华丽以我这个路人甲的心情来看呢完全就是感觉好像一进去来到了夜店的这样的场合，因为呢有一种迷幻的感觉的确你到了我们光合作用的现场，你会先看到像是万花筒的一个装置设计所以呢进去了以后你会发现说原来我们眼睛看到的这些花花绿绿红红的东西组合起来是这么的多彩，但是呢光合作用最有趣的地方就是光嘛所以呢也会到现场会有很多的互动装置，很多的道具，让小朋友呢都可以拿来试一试而且很特别的事情是呢，它的一楼有这样的一个感受可以互动可以看到的这一些图层它跟这个壁画到楼上还有彩蛋它二楼呢是真的有彩蛋，就是一颗一颗很大的彩蛋，那是不同颜色的彩蛋也会呼应到地上的这些图层，让孩子们所以说还有我们这些大朋友可以呢重新的去看待不同的颜色带来的光，然后呢跟这一些图层呢来做这些呼应所以是一个非常非常丰富而有趣的一个教育计划。那我们呢马上呢就要来跟大家连线到米兰来访问我们的卡诺夫斯基的团队。那今天在我们的线上呢有我们两位成员一位就是西维亚金塔利亚 Silvia Quintanilla， 还有我们的 Francesco Rugi 法兰西斯科罗基先生，欢迎两位。
Hello Taiwan, hello Toyan, fine time with you. We are Carnovsky.
I'm Francesco.I'm
Silvia. Congratulations on the opening of the first Children's Art Museum of Taiwan. We are thrilled to see this light box in the hill where children can develop their creativities by interacting with myriads of possibilities of art.
这一次我要访问卡诺夫斯基的时候我旁边的朋友呢都很兴奋因为我也有分享两位的作品给他们看，但是他们问我的第一个问题都是什么是卡诺夫斯基
？Yes, Carnovsky comes from at the time when we started working together, me and Silvia, we were looking for a name of our studio, of our artistic duo, and we were reading the books of Philip Roth, in which there is a fictional character, it's called Carnovsky, and we were in love with this book and with the sound of his name, and so we chose that name for our artistic duo. We were looking for a name like it was, let's say, a rock band or something like that. So Carnovsky for us has the right sound, and that's it. No particular reason.
刚好那个时间点，然后觉得那样很有感觉吗？
Not just the sound. There are lots of things about that name. Let's say that is a character in Philip Roth's book, but he's also a writer that has written a book with a character. So it's a meta character. And here we have also three meanings. So three persons in one. One deeper and with our work, RGB, and the three meanings and going deeper and that.
非常的棒哦！我们呢，这个桃园市儿童美术馆呢，这一次从9月开始的这个展览光合作用呢，是桃美馆邀请我们线上的这2位国际艺术团队卡诺夫斯基为儿童策划的一个光学色彩的艺术教学的计划哦。那我们卡诺夫斯基的作品呢，都是以色彩来做线索，呈现不同的主题，还有不同的氛围包括他们的丛林系列的壁画还有像大气层系列、玫瑰花窗系列等等哦。那我们呢，让我们重新的思考一下，如果都没有电子、没有科技产品这些东西，我们是不是也能够拥有一个非常奇幻的艺术或科学生态之旅呢？那我们首先要请2位呢来跟我们说一说为什么当初呢会利用光学3原色来做创作呢？
Yes, we have been always fascinated by the printing technique, the traditional and digital one, also the lights. So we started experimented with if it was possible in a way to combine and interact the printed colors and the colors of the lights. And we come up with this concept that we call RGB, which follow the optical principle and is, of course, follow the scientific physics of the lights, of the colors that are called additive and subtractive synthesis, and we develop this concept in an artistic way. So we come up with this concept in 2007, I think, and then since then we are working on this, develop our graphic style, our visual universe to convey this principle of the vision in a way.
2位在国外的很多的作品，这个作品里面有很多跟自然元素有关系的一个创作灵感哦，可不可以跟我们分享一下为什么会特别想要用自然元素来做創作呢？
We needed to find a visual universe, as Fran said before. We needed, so we were always fascinated of natural history books, ancient. All those images that traveled during there was not photography, so an image, a person for centuries just see one image of an elephant, and that person could know that was an elephant, but without having seen an elephant. For centuries, all these images traveled, and they are strong, and they are beautiful. And we also, these engravings, we decided to use as raw material these engravings because also they have a texture that when printed in different dimensions, it opens and it creates like an intricate embroidery. That is also important for us because we want the image to be lived also without the filters, to have a color balance, to have a light without the RGB too.
听众朋友如果有兴趣啊，除了看我们的光合作用展览以外，也可以搜寻我们的卡诺夫斯基的团队的作品哦。我有看过他用万神殿来做创作，而且他的作品呢不一定都是小的，有的非常非常的巨大，所以那种气势非常的强哦，可是呢，仔细看又是非常非常的细腻的笔触，就好像刚刚艺术家讲的那种刻板化的那样子的一个非常纤细的笔触来描绘。不过呢，我觉得最惊讶的点就是刚刚讲到的滤镜那如果我们到现场去的话，也是会看到滤镜。这个滤镜呢，有红色、蓝色，还有绿色。那这个跟印刷呢，还有光学有很大的关联，所以当这个滤镜放在这个图层上的时候，你会看到跟刚刚肉眼看到的世界完全的不一样比方说你可能看到有青蛙，但是用滤镜滤下去以后青蛙不见，反而是出现了可能是其他的鸟类的生物每一个图层不同的颜色是不是也有互相呼应的地方呢？比方说我用绿色的滤镜看绿色看这个图，它的绿跟绿之间的对应是不是有一些特殊的构思或者说我用红色的再来看这个红色的图的时候，它有没有这种不同颜色跟不同的这个图层之间有没有特别去呼应的地方
？Yes, thank you for the question. It's very interesting to explain that because as mentioned, our work is based on the interaction between the color of the lights, the primary color of the lights, which are red, green, and blue, and the primary color of the prints, which are cyan, magenta, and yellow. So when you have red light that shine upon our image, this red light will reveal what is printed in cyan and will hide the other two colors, the magenta and the yellow. On the contrary, when you have the green lights, reveal what is printed in magenta and will hide the other two colors. This is the basic principle. In theory, because then in reality, because of the very physics of the lights and the very physics of the human eyes, the three colors are not working in the same way, which means that the red lights or the red filter are always the sharpest, the clearest to see. And on the contrary, the blue lights is always the most difficult. That's because of the physics of the lights. Then the wavelength of the red color is broader, is wider. And the wavelength of the blue, on the contrary, is the narrow one. And also the human eyes has less cells to perceive the blue colors. So which means that the three colors works very different. And having in mind that, we also use these features to create different meanings in our images.
Blue is actually our favorite filter because it's the most difficult to see with the other two filters and also with no filter. It is the most difficult to perceive. So we use it like as deep meaning of the image. Like, for example, scary things, magical, creatures from all bestiaries. For example, if we are talking about an image of we use mammals because they are in the red filter. We are going to use red day animals and as mammals that you can see with the daylight, cute animals. And then in the green, we may use plants because it makes sense. And magenta as green reveals what is in magenta. Having a page with lots of magenta is beautiful too. And then on the blue, we're going to put the night animals. If we're talking, for example, about an image of fishes, we're going to have there the sharks or the deep abyssal animals. That is not easy to see in the real world, but also in the image. So you have to go closer, take a look, maybe go back again. Did I see it? Did it not? So it's the most interesting for us. But the other ones are really, it's a relationship between all the three.
The blue one is our favorite lights because it's the one related with the more profound and onirical aspects. And which means that like in the dreams, things are not appearing as sharp, as clear as in a daylight vision. They appear in a way blurred, in a way confused. So that's why we always put the most onirical, scary things in the blue, because they appear like they appear in a dream, that you perceive it, but at the same time you are not sure you have seen, but they are there. And so that's why we call the dreamy layer, the onirical layer. On the contrary, the red, which is sharp, which is clear, is like a vision in daylight. Everything is clear, everything. So in the relationship between these two and these three layers, I think there is the meaning of our work, which is also connected with the emotional side, with the psychological state of the mind, like from the when you are awake and from when you are dreaming. So this relationship between the three layers are also a relationship between the psychological and your state of your mind, in a way. Green is something in between the two opposites that are red and that are blue.
所以呢，我们的听众朋友啊，如果你到现场去看到我们光合作用的展览的时候呢，拿到这个蓝色的滤镜的时候你觉得好像没有看到东西，那可能就像在夜晚一样，你要再靠近一点，然后呢再仔细看一点，在心里沉静一点你就会发现那种真的好像到了晚上在看夜晚小动物然后你就会慢慢的安静的发现，哇，它原来藏在这里面这样的感觉。所以呢，本来想呢它是一个很科学的，不过它倒是透过这一些滤镜，还有非常棒的这一些图像，让我们好像可以瞬间切换在不同的氛围当中，白天黑夜，然后在不同的生物群里面呢来做探索，这是非常厉害的不过呢，在我们看到他们的作品的时候呢，等于是我们可能有4种的观赏经验你可以用肉眼直接看到全部的图形，哇，凑在一起也是非常的美丽但是呢，你用不一样的滤镜来看的时候，又有3种不同的图层在上面。所以我想要问的事情是哇，这一幅作品就要3种构图，然后再把它叠在一起那会不会很困难困难的点在哪边呢
？Yes, that's true what you say. For us, it's very, very important how the image looks with natural white light. So when all the colors are mixed, and we put a lot of effort, a lot of work, that the color balance looks something nice and something appealing. The work to create one RGB image is very long, it's very time consuming, because in a way you have 4 images in one. The 3 separate layers but also you have to make sure the final composite image it's something that looks right, looks good.
Silvia 有没有觉得哪里特别辛苦呢？在创作上面
I think that a project has its challenging part. Most in some things is the research. In other things is the final image as it has to come. White light, the image in white is at the end the most important, because you can be working in really three beautiful images that just mixed together don't work. So I usually personally I work in the three images at the same time. So I never lose that vision of the image at the end.
非常好奇一件事情哦，就是非常精细的图层的这样的创作哦，它是用什么样子的媒材来做作品呢？
We work on the computer, and so basically it's a digital process, but the source material that we use, as you know, are mostly ancient engravings from old books. So the source is like analogic that we process in the computer to create the collage, the final editing. Yes. So, but the source are actually etching and engraving. So we keep the feelings of the texture and everything. For us, it's very important that our work has these looks of richness of texture and looks of old engravings made by hand, by traditional techniques.
那我就比较好奇，因为在米兰其实是一个很时尚的都市，所以我们的卡诺夫斯基团队呢，其实做了很多大人的一些创作或者一些设计那跟做小朋友的童书啊，或者说这一次的展览啊，觉得做大人的作品的想呈现的东西，跟做小朋友的东西想要呈现的有没有什么不一样呢？
Yes, actually, when we started with RGB, we started with architectural scale, large installation, because we wanted to create like a modern digital frescoes. So we were interested in create an ambient when you can walk inside and have all the walls like frescoes of the past. So that was our beginning. And so basically it was intended in the beginning for an adult audience, for grown-up people. But then we discovered that that also the children they like a lot our work, because children have this curious mind, and they sometimes discover more details, and they were fascinated by the images and the fact, of course, of the change of the image. So we thought it was natural in a way to also start working specifically for children, and we were lucky to have the possibility to illustrate a children book that in a way becomes popular. So after the first book, we also had the possibility to work in a series of books, and that was really interesting. And of course, working for children books, so let's say a fashion brand, are very it's very different. But we enjoy both fields. Of course, children are more challenging because in a way children are very smart, have very sharp minds, so you have to be more careful with children.
所以其实做儿童的这样的一个装置，或者说这些设计其实是更加需要费心思的哦。那我比较好奇的是其实因为马上2024年的10月份听说我们卡诺夫斯基团队呢要出新的绘本了。那当然台湾可能不见得可以立刻看到，我们可以先看光合作用但是呢有出版过2本我们的中文翻译的作品，其实也不用翻译，因为就像刚刚讲的杜克的作品一样，在以前古时候人们可能没有文字但是看到这个作品或者说看到记录下来的这些画作就好像图鉴一样反而是一种知识的传递。我相信呢我们卡诺夫斯基这一次的这样的一个装置也会对大朋友小朋友都会有这种知识的延伸知识的传递这样的作用。好，那我想要问的问题是当初为什么会从做大人的这样的艺术的创作壁画是什么原因会开始做童书，然后进入这个小朋友的世界里面呢？那个一开始是怎么样呢？
An English publisher comes to us and asks if we were interested in design children books. And we always thought that could be very, very interesting for us to do that. So we immediately say yes.
那我们呢说到了我们艺术家们也帮孩子们呢创作了非常多本的绘本那即将在2024年的10月份他们也会出版新的这个作品点亮世界这个跟很多年前的点亮世界是完全点亮不同的世界这个10月份呢它的这个世界会以国家的组成呢来做一个介绍所以你可以在这一些书里面的图呢你就可以看到去探索全世界，比方说会有青花瓷或者说还有这个意大利的一些建筑物你就可以透过这些图呢来增加我们对于这个世界的认知可以学习到很多东西更重要的事情是你也可以去享受这个光学探索的过程那但是呢因为台湾呢终究是在一个被海洋环绕的地方，我们不得不呢一定要来提一提就是之前的上一本作品点亮海洋它又是一个怎么样子的绘本创作呢？
As the title say, it's a book about the oceans and the seas. It's a subject that we particularly love because we are in love with the seas, the sea creatures. So we particularly enjoy to design this book. As the other books in the series, we have 10 habitats. So we have the Arctic oceans, the Pacific oceans. This, for instance, is the Pacific one. We have the Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean, the Indian Ocean, the Great Barrier. So I think there are there are really a lot of creatures to discover. Some more no to the public, but some they are really unexpected, and I think children could love this book because there are really some incredible species and animals to discover in the abyss, in the blue. Yes, we particularly enjoy to work on this book. Also because we in real life we really enjoy snorkeling and see fishes, corals, so have the possibility to take our memories in this book was really interesting for us. Really.
看到这个作品的时候，还有听到刚刚的说明的时候，我也会觉得说，好像我们在人的世界里面啊，有时候会有很多觉得很混乱的地方，但是其实一个一个去看的话，好像就能够理解各自也有自己的想法，然后也会有另外一个看世界的角度哦。那最后呢，想要请两位给我们世界上面的听众朋友们呢，有没有什么特别想要跟我们讲的建议呢？或者是说，当我们去看这一次的计划的时候，有没有什么可以特别注意的角度呢？
Yes, I hope people, both children and adults, can enjoy this exhibition, and I hope they could have fun looking our art as much as we had fun and enjoy designing it. So I really hope they can absorb some of the joy we put in our work.
And I say that come, take your time, explore, look again, and come back, and just take your time. You're gonna discover things, and marvel, wonder.
今天非常谢谢我们卡诺夫斯基的团队两位艺术家跟我们连线这一次的艺术教育计划光合作用。我们光合作用已经开展了在桃园的儿美馆会展到11月17号2024年的11月17号。相关的资讯呢，可以上我们桃园市立美术馆的官网，还有我们桃园市儿童美术馆的脸书，还有我们的官方的 LINE， 可以直接听到这个导览非常的厉害哦。那我们益生菌下次再见咯。今天非常的感谢两位 Grazie
Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure to meet you.
Ciao ciao.
Ciao ciao.
Bye.